Greetings, my wonderful students. I'm very excited to be here with you today because what I'm going to tell you has the power to totally alter the way you speak English. Using a method that has benefited innumerable students worldwide, I will demonstrate to you today how to talk more confidently and eloquently, something I know many of you are ready to achieve. This approach is straightforward but highly effective, and the greatest part is that you can get started utilizing it immediately. I am referring to the shadowing technique. You can speak English more confidently, more naturally, and with improved pronunciation by using this strategy. This is the video for you if you're sick of feeling trapped. If you stay with me, I'll show you how to improve your speaking abilities. What is the method of shadowing? First, let's discuss the definition of the shadowing approach. Using the shadowing technique, you listen to a native speaker and instantly duplicate everything they say. This implies that you are effectively imitating their tone, pace, and pronunciation by shadowing their voice. To replicate them as closely as feasible is the aim. Here's the secret, though. Shadowing is more than merely saying things over and over again. It involves teaching your brain to automatically think and communicate in English. It increases your fluency, sharpens your pronunciation, and enhances your listening comprehension. Above all, it makes you sound less like someone translating from their own language and more like a natural speaker. The shadowing approach is the ideal way to overcome obstacles if you've been having trouble improving your speaking abilities. It's similar to strengthening your speaking muscles. Your speech will get stronger the more you practice. Why does shadowing work so well? So why is shadowing such a good way to get better at English? Let's dissect it. 1. Better pronunciation. You mimic how native speakers pronounce phrases when you shadow them. You will sound more natural when you speak and your pronunciation will improve over time. 2. Better listening skills. You can enhance your listening comprehension skills by shadowing others. You begin to grasp how the language flows in actual conversations as a result of paying close attention to the speaker's voice, intonation, and pronunciation. 3. More self-assurance. You get more confident in your speaking skills when you mimic a native speaker. You stop worrying about making mistakes as you become accustomed to speaking aloud. You'll feel more at ease speaking English in casual settings as a result. 4. Assists with English thought. You may train your brain to think in English by shadowing. This is important since it's much simpler to communicate naturally and spontaneously without translating from your native tongue when you think in English. 5. Enhances practical English proficiency. You can learn more than simply vocabulary and grammar norms through shadowing. It enables you to learn English as it is actually spoken in everyday situations. Phrases, expressions, and sentence patterns that are frequently used in daily speech will be taught to you. How the shadowing approach is used. After learning why shadowing works so well, let's look at how you may use it to get better at speaking English. Step 1. Select the appropriate substance. Choosing the appropriate material to shadow is the first step. Choose something that is both enjoyable to you and appropriate for your English proficiency. Podcasts, TED Talks, TV series, YouTube videos like the one you're watching right now, and anything else with native English speakers can be used. In order to help newcomers become accustomed to fundamental language and phrase structures, I suggest beginning with brief, straightforward discussions or children's programming. Feel free to employ more sophisticated resources, such as news shows, interviews, or documentaries, for learners who are intermediate or advanced. Step 2. Begin with brief portions. Don't attempt to shadow lengthy speeches at first. Begin with brief passages, a few phrases, or a paragraph. You can concentrate on learning tiny language pieces at a time and avoid feeling overburdened in this way. For instance, begin with 1 or 2 sentences, pay close attention to what the speaker says, and then precisely repeat what they have said. Make an effort to mimic their pronunciation, rhythm, and tone. Don't worry if you don't comprehend every word. Simply concentrate on approaching the original speaker as closely as you can. Step 3. Pay attention to rhythm and pronunciation. Don't merely repeat the words when you shadow. Pay close attention to the speaker's speaking rhythm and pronunciation. You may make your speech sound more natural by imitating the flow and rhythm of English. Pay attention to the speaker's use of stress, pauses between sentences, and the rise and fall of their voice. Make an effort to mimic this. Instead than concentrating only on the individual words, the objective is to mimic the speaker's natural flow. Step 4. Reduce the audio speed. Don't be scared to turn down the volume if you're having problems following the speaker. The majority of platforms and apps let you change the speed. As you gain familiarity, gradually increase the speed from a slower starting point. You may still push yourself while practicing at your own pace with this. 5. Take a self-recording. When shadowing, recording oneself is one of the most effective things you can do. This enables you to compare your voice to that of the original speaker. It will assist you in tracking your development over time and pinpointing areas in which you need to improve. Consider capturing a brief moment of yourself shadowing and then playing it back. Are you clear? Do you have the same beat as the speaker? What do you need to work on? Regular practice will help you identify areas where your intonation needs to be adjusted. Step 6. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Consistency is the key to shadowing mastery. To see benefits, you must practice frequently. Make an effort to schedule time each day. It is sufficient to practice shadowing for only 15 to 20 minutes. It will feel more natural the more times you repeat it. You will eventually begin to sound exactly like the native speakers you are imitating. Here are some additional pointers to increase the effectiveness of your shadowing practice. Start with content you are comfortable with. Choose a video or podcast that you are already familiar with if you are shadowing it. As you practice, this will help you gain confidence and make it simpler to follow along. Make use of subtitles. Think about adding subtitles to a video you're shadowing, first in your own tongue and then in English. This will enhance your comprehension of what is being said and assist you in making the connection between the sounds and the words. The shadow at various times of day. Make an effort to shadow at various times during the day. Perhaps you shadow during your lunch break, while cleaning, or while you're commuting. It will become more organic the more you integrate it into your everyday schedule. Avoid common blunders. Even though shadowing is a fantastic approach, I encourage you to steer clear of a few common blunders. 1. Don't worry about every word. Keep in mind that the goal of shadowing is to imitate speech patterns, not to achieve flawlessness. If you make mistakes or don't grasp every word, don't worry. Simply keep practicing. 2. Do not overburden yourself. The temptation to attempt shadowing lengthy, challenging passages may be too much to handle. Begin with small, doable chunks and gradually increase. 3. Take your time. Go slowly. Shadowing correctly and gently is preferable to rushing through a passage and making mistakes. Prioritize quality before quickness. The shadowing approach is a very effective strategy to get better at speaking English. It's easy, efficient, and something you can get started on immediately. Regardless of your level of experience, shadowing will increase your confidence, help you pronounce words correctly, and make you talk more naturally. Let's now discuss something really significant and exciting for your English language learning process. Have you ever questioned why, after having mastered the vocabulary and grammar, it still feels so hard to communicate in English? The solution is straightforward. Being able to communicate effectively in English requires more than simply knowledge. Your brain needs to be trained to think and react in English. In this video, I'll give you practical advice on how to train your brain, which will boost your confidence and prepare you to practice speaking English fluently. Are you prepared? Take notes, get a notebook, and pay attention. The first tip is to think in English. Thinking in English is the first and most crucial stage. Now, you may be asking, how can I accomplish that? You wouldn't believe how simple it is. Begin modestly. For instance, use English to explain your activities as you go about your day. Think in your head while sipping your coffee. I'm sipping coffee. It's tasty and warm. Give the English names of the things you observe at the grocery shop. Eggs, bread, milk, and apples. Your brain will become more accustomed to switching from your native tongue to English the more you practice this. Use your phone's notes app or keep a tiny notebook with you. Write down any English words that come to mind when you're at a loss. Look it up later, learn it, and try to apply it the next time. The second piece of advice is to talk to yourself. Speaking as much as you can, even when you're alone yourself, is the second piece of advice. Speaking out loud in English helps your tongue and brain coordinate. This can be achieved by narrating your thoughts, feigning a conversation, or even vocally outlining your daily schedule. Say, for example, I'm chopping veggies while I cook. I'll boil some water next. Looking in the mirror as you speak is another excellent tactic. This gives you the impression that you are speaking to someone and helps you observe how your mouth moves. Although it may seem absurd at first, it's a great way to get practice. Make use of your phone's voice memos. Record your speech on any subject, then play it again. This will assist you in identifying your areas of improvement, like as fluency or pronunciation. The third tip is to concentrate on your listening abilities. Did you know that improving your listening and comprehension can help you communicate more effectively? They are related. Consider it. You can learn new words, pronunciation, tone, and even the language's rhythm when you pay close attention. Watch English language TV series or YouTube videos, such as this one, to train your ears. If necessary, start with subtitles and work your way up to watching without them. While you commute or unwind, listen to English language podcasts or audiobooks. What you hear, shadow it. Shadowing is the practice of mimicking a speaker's words as closely as you can. For instance, a character might ask, "How's it going?" while you're listening to an English podcast. Just like them, pause and say it. Your confidence, intonation, and pronunciation will all improve as a result. The fourth tip is to increase your vocabulary. The problem is that we occasionally pause or delay when speaking because we are unsure of the appropriate term. For this reason, expanding your vocabulary is crucial. However, don't merely commit lengthy word lists to memory. Make an effort to acquire useful, conversational terminology that you can utilize. For instance, concentrate on memorizing the easier word end rather than the more complex word terminate. Always try to use terms and phrases that you will probably use in everyday interactions. Consider the topics you frequently discuss in your life and pick up vocabulary associated with those topics. To comprehend, write new words in a sentence. Their usage. Don't merely learn the word lovely, for instance. Write something along the lines of "the sunset is wonderful." To help you remember it, say it aloud a few times. The fifth tip is to establish an English-speaking atmosphere. You must spend as much time as you can in English in order to train your brain. If you don't reside in an English-speaking nation, don't worry. Anywhere, you can construct your own English-speaking habitat. Switch your phone's or social media apps' language settings to English. Try reading articles or books written in English. Your brain automatically adapts to thinking in English when you are surrounded by the language. Develop the habit of using English when speaking with your loved ones, friends, or anybody else you trust. If they are not fluent in English, locate a language partner online. You can connect with other learners or native English speakers on a variety of platforms and apps. The sixth piece of advice is to focus on consistency rather than perfection. Lastly, keep in mind that being flawless isn't the goal of fluency. It all comes down to consistency. Don't be concerned about your mistakes. Don't be scared to speak out because making mistakes is a necessary part of learning. Set aside some time each day to work on your English. Make it a daily routine, even if it's only for 15 minutes. Every day, read, write, listen, and, above all, speak. You'll find that speaking and thinking in English gets a lot easier with time. Give yourself a reward for your progress. Give yourself a treat if you've been practicing all week. This makes learning enjoyable and keeps you motivated. I sincerely appreciate you being here with me today, my incredible students. You now understand how the shadowing approach can help you speak English more fluently, confidently, and with clearer pronunciation. But keep in mind that constant practice is what makes this strategy so effective. Even if it's only 15 minutes a day, include it into your regular schedule and you'll see yourself become a more comfortable and confident English speaker. Start small if you're feeling motivated. Simply try shadowing a few phrases from your favorite native speaker speech, podcast, or video. You'll be astounded at how these little actions add up to significant advancements over time. Additionally, remember that mistakes are acceptable. We grow and learn in this way. If this lesson was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up and forward it to someone who could use it. Click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell for additional advice, strategies, and inspiration to improve your English. In this manner, you won't miss any of my next lectures that are meant to help you succeed. I'd love to hear from you as well. Which shadowing technique are you most eager to try? Or perhaps you've already begun using it and seen some progress. If you have any questions or would like to share your experience, please leave a comment below. I love being a part of your learning path, and it encourages me. Continue to practice, maintain your curiosity, and never lose faith in yourself until the next time. You can achieve your English speaking objectives, and I'm here to help you along the way. I appreciate you seeing, and I hope to see you in the upcoming video.